Ever wondered why male narcissists often struggle to form genuine connections with other men? Narcissism, in essence, is an excessive focus on self-interest, often accompanied by a desperate need for validation and admiration. Now imagine trying to build a friendship around this. It's like attempting to construct a house on quicksand. Friendships require mutual respect, understanding, and a willingness to show vulnerability. For a male narcissist, these are tough boxes to tick. They're often so fixated on their own image and achievements that they struggle to genuinely invest in others. This inability to let their guard down, to show vulnerability, is a major roadblock in forming deep, sincere friendships. They may surround themselves with people, but these connections often serve as mere extensions of their self-interest, rather than true friendships. Thus, the friendships of male narcissists often remain on the surface, lacking the depth and authenticity found in healthier relationships. With such superficial connections, it's no surprise that many male narcissists experience a profound sense of loneliness. This loneliness is often a byproduct of several factors. The first is their inability to form genuine connections. Draped in the armor of self-importance, these men often struggle to relate to others on a deep level, causing a chasm that can be difficult to bridge. Another contributing factor is their insatiable need for constant validation. This relentless pursuit often leads them to prioritize their own needs and desires over those of others, creating an imbalance that can strain and even rupture friendships. Lastly, their struggle to show vulnerability plays a significant role. By refraining from showing their true selves, they create barriers that prevent others from truly knowing them, leading to a lack of closeness and intimacy. As a result, these men often find themselves isolated and alone, deprived of the support and companionship that true friendships can offer. Knowing their friendships lack depth, male narcissists employ certain tactics to maintain these superficial connections. One such tactic is flattery. By showering others with compliments, they keep the focus off their own flaws and insecurities. They're masters at making others feel special, all while keeping them at arm's length. Another strategy is manipulation. Twisting situations to their advantage, they ensure they're always seen in the best light, even when their actions might suggest otherwise. This way, they control the narrative and keep their image intact. Finally, they avoid personal topics. By steering clear of deeper discussions that might expose their vulnerabilities, they keep their interactions shallow and safe. This way, they avoid the discomfort of revealing their true selves. These tactics, while effective in maintaining surface-level bonds, only serve to further deepen their loneliness. Instead of fostering genuine connections, they're building walls, pushing others away, and ultimately isolating themselves even more. Underneath the narcissistic tendencies, many of these men struggle with depression and isolation, a struggle that is often misunderstood, ignored, or simply unseen by those around them. The link between narcissism, depression, and loneliness is a complex web, tangled with the threads of superficial connections and a desperate desire for validation. Narcissistic behaviors, such as an inflated sense of self or a constant need for admiration, can often mask the deeper issues at play. These men, trapped in their own grandiose illusions, find it difficult to form meaningful relationships, which only amplifies their feelings of depression and isolation. They are like islands, adrift in a sea of their own making, longing for the connection they so skillfully evade. In their pursuit of self-importance, they inadvertently create a chasm between themselves and the rest of the world, further deepening their sense of loneliness. It's a vicious cycle that feeds into itself, making it harder for them to break free. The loneliness and depression experienced by these men are often overlooked, hidden behind their narcissistic behaviors. Romantic relationships present another challenge for male narcissists. Their pursuit of admiration often morphs into a need for validation, making it difficult to form genuine bonds. Their armor of invulnerability shields them not only from potential harm, but also from genuine intimacy. This, coupled with their tendency to manipulate, complicates their relationships with women. Instead of fostering connection and understanding, they create a cycle of emotional turmoil. These behaviors often lead to failed relationships, adding to their sense of loneliness and isolation. Understanding these behaviors can help women navigate relationships with men exhibiting narcissistic tendencies. It's key to recognize manipulation tactics often employed, such as gaslighting and emotional exploitation. Equally important is setting firm boundaries to protect one's emotional well-being. Remember, these behaviors often stem from deep-seated insecurities and a fear of vulnerability. Understanding this can allow for empathy without tolerating abusive behavior.